All right, folks, good Wednesday morning. Let's go ahead and get airborne with our weekly options brief. As we talked about on Monday, whenever you see these rip your face off rallies, little follow through Tuesday, flat Wednesday, down Thursday, slam Friday. Looks like it's going to be wash, rinse, repeat. Volatility starting to tick up, S&P starting to pull back, and I think we're gonna roll over here. Seems like there you go. This should be a winning. Here's a winning strategy for Democrats. Michael Strahan over here on the right says, having children is why you're worried about your price for gas. It's why you're concerned about how much your food costs. The Democrats going into the election are, well, inflation's high because you're having children. Kill them. That's what a great look. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a big Meghan McCain fan. Abort your children because we can't fix inflation is one hell of a talking point. Episode 42 of the Max Afterburner podcast dropped yesterday. You got solo me. Slider had a conflict. So that's solo me ranting about stuff. Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate it. So, really covered a lot of stuff. Listen to it when you get a chance. Share it with your friends, your family, etc., etc. Talked about this yesterday. A big op-ed in the Wall Street Journal about the Heritage Foundation's report about our just growing military weakness at a time when just everything going on in the world is awful. Xi Jinping's speech to his 10th reelection or his 10-year another reelection or whatever is China's on the rise, war in Europe, North Korea shooting off bottle rockets like crazy, and our military is just awful. I've told both my children I don't want them to serve this country. I would not serve this country today. I would not raise my right hand. But I love and support my kids. If they want to do it, I'll love them and support them, but absolutely not. And that's the biggest canary in the coal mine for the DOD right now is they are freaking out because the number one recruitment source for the United States military is who? Me. Veterans, right? Families and generations of service. And when you lose us, and we tell our kids, I wouldn't do it. That should shock your core, but it doesn't. Nobody gives a shit. This is my podcast a month or two ago about the great redefinition and how we're changing, whether it's inflation, what a woman is, recession, whatever it is, we're changing definitions of stuff. We really are in bizarro world because today, nuclear brinksmanship is safety and de-escalation is danger. I want you to think through that. Today, if you suggest, holy shit, maybe we should throttle back from nuclear war, it's the reverse. You're making nuclear war more likely. What? You heard me. The less nuclear war you want, the more it's going to be likely. Oh, okay. What? So this is how stupid we are right now. The dumbest so far has got to be the increasingly common claim that aggressively escalating nuclear brinkmanship is safety and de-escalation is dangerous. I'm not going to read all this stuff, but Putin's nuclear threats are pushing people like Trump and Elon Musk to press for a Ukraine peace deal, and that's dangerous. Wow. It's a really good read here, folks, but, they bring up a good point about, John F. Kennedy. There was, he looked strong, but what happened? We took missiles out of Turkey. We backed off from the edge, folks. Do you think if John F. Kennedy had gone full-throated and didn't pull missiles out of Turkey, whatever. It's just, it's absolutely incredible. But But yeah, we're in bizarro world. If you actually don't want a nuclear war, you're actually causing a nuclear war. Okay, you got it. You win. One third of Ukraine's power stations have been destroyed as the World Health Organization, we know we love these guys, warns of a brutal winter ahead, like people dying type of stuff. So we got that going on. Um, Iran is ramping up the production of their drones, despite the West's sanction threats. Isn't this funny? So it's not funny, but a regime, a horrific, murderous dictatorship, whatever you want to call it, of Iran, they've been living under sanctions since the fucking Shah was overthrown. I mean, I don't think they've ever not been in sanctions, but we all know that the Europeans smile and say, "Oh yeah, we have sanctions on," and then they they don't, because they do business with Iran. So, do you think these threats of sanctions from Macron and Italy and whatever are going to deter the Iranians? We've pushed all of this to happening, right? So it's really interesting seeing this as well. The whole drone warfare thing. Years ago, I told you about a study I read. This is a long time ago, but forget who wrote it. Some general, some admiral, and he said using drone warfare will make war more likely. Now, this is the type of bizarro upside down thinking that I can get behind, because it's not bizarro upside down thinking. At the end of the Gulf War, we didn't like seeing Jeffrey Zahn and A6, BN, black eyes beat up on CNN as a POW, right? Oh my God, we're risking pilots, we're risking air crews in combat. Let's fucking send drones. Drone warfare, pulling humans out of this, aside from sitting in the air conditioning, drinking their cup of coffee, makes war more likely and more deadly. Why? Well, we're not sending fighter jets. We'll send a Shahid drone, right? So it's cheap and it can kill people. At the end of the day, you're going to want to get to where the drones are and the people that make them. It will always come down to killing other human beings. So the more antiseptic we make it, oh, we only lost a drone, it was a couple $100,000, send more. You can only have drone versus drone for so long before somebody's like, why don't we go kill the people flying the drones, or where the drones are coming from? So, and it draws out conflict. What stops conflict? Horror. Hair, teeth, eyeballs, death, destruction. This is why people like me don't fucking want this. Never seen combat. My fucking combat sorties over Iraq were boring. It was more dangerous taxiing on the flight deck at night than my Operation Southern Watch shit, man. But I can see the horror of it. I've had fucking Marcus Luttrell kicking open doors type of shit, type of guys. These are the guys, when they say we need to really strive for peace, you should sit up and listen to them. But this type of stuff will draw out conflict. You might think you're, quote, saving lives by not putting a pilot in that thing, but guess what? It's going to get worse. So, yeah, the more hygienic, quote unquote, you make war, the longer it's going to be, because war is not hygienic. It's a horror. And if you're treating it as, years ago after 9/11, man, and everybody got furloughed, one of my buddies ended up being a drone guy, transitioned to the Air Force, and was a drone guy flying out of Nellis or somewhere. I met him at a strip club. This was old Wiz. I met him at a strip club. He's like, I just fucking killed a bunch of guys. I'm like, what? He's like, put a bomb in, or hellfire or whatever it was, into a cave, and now I'm drinking with you. I'm like, he's like, yeah, trust me, it's weird. At least on the carrier, you launch off, you're there, you land there, you're like in it. You're on, you're close to bad guy land. This antiseptic warfare is going to make things worse. I guarantee it. Biden administration to announce another 15 million barrel from the SPR before the midterms. It's come to our attention that the president begged Saudi Arabia and OPEC to not cut production until when? November, a month after the election. So when you ask for a foreign government to interfere in the election, when Democrats do it, it's politics. When Republicans do it, it's treason. It's an impeachable offense. They are crimes. So I think this thing's almost empty. And I just wide open borders, raging inflation. And where's my? Did you see what the president tweeted this morning? So, or maybe it's on mine. So the president of the United States, man, with everything that's going on, we must elect more Democrats to the Senate and keep control of the House. If we do that, here's the promise I make to you, my American people. The first thing I'm going to do is codify Roe versus Wade, and I'll sign it immediately. That's the first thing he wants to do. Not reducing inflation, not becoming energy independent. Again, not securing our border, not trying to find peace in the world, but I'm going to focus on killing children. The first thing I'm going to do, if Democrats keep it, as I've never seen this guy. It might have happened, but it was probably when I was a hell of a lot younger and had more hair. A 100, the Bloomberg survey, a 100, not 99, not 98, not 99.9, a 100% forecast of a recession within a year. And you saw Biden the other day. Well, if it is, it'll be a minor one. Okay. A recession is when your neighbor loses their job. A depression is when you lose yours. So once again, the economy is not the stock market. The stock market is not the economy. People are going to get destroyed. People are going to lose their jobs. We're going to be in a recession, and the Fed's going to have to pivot somewhere in there. They're going to stop what they're doing. Maybe, well, what's it say right here? Cutting inflation rates in late 2023 or early 2024. So late 2023 would be exactly a year ago, or a year from now. A year from now. So we have a next. So I guess I just take my Joe Biden sophomore year prediction, which came true and then was pulled away from me because they changed the definition of a recession. I haven't done all my end of year shit. I usually do that around Thanksgiving or for next year planning. Copy paste. It's going to be easy. Train wreck, shit show, bear market, recession. Bear market. I am sticking with a 10 to 20% decline from here based on everything we just talked about. You throw a nuke in there, you throw a world conflict in there that's not already raging, and S&P's at 2,500. Easy. Day traders go back to their day jobs as stock market swoons. Individual investors are placing fewer trades at Schwab, Morgan Stanley, Robinhood. Looks like people can't trade this. We've been having a blast. Now, don't get me wrong. In one or two of these or whatever, it took me a couple, got kicked in the teeth a little bit and swung. Now now this is shooting fish in a barrel. Implosion, bounce, implosion, bounce, implosion, bounce, implosion, bounce. Implosion could be. Bounce could be. Not going to happen. We're going to do this. But it makes my heart smile. Oh, there's still a handful of people that are on my shit list. We got 192 lifetime members now. Look at over here, man. We're about to break 100. It makes my heart smile because the folks who are bailing aren't us. You guys all know, and gals, that doing this as an options trader, you can make money. Matter of fact, we prefer this as an options trader, don't we? We love blood in the streets, right? So, um, again, Gordon Gecko Wiz, I laughed at this. I read this in my bunny slippers, drinking my coffee, going, idiots. That's Gordon Gecko Wiz. Regular Wiz, it sucks. These people, whether it was Robinhood or whoever, just this is easy. Anybody can do it. Yeah, they're right. Anybody can. Everybody's a fucking genius when the market does this or this, because it's a trend, right? Dave Portnoy, I do pizza reviews. Now I'm the best day trader in the world. Dude, anybody's a genius when this market's going up. This is where you cut your teeth as an options trader, and we've been doing great. So, what happened yesterday afternoon at 14:30 in the afternoon? That, of course, I did yoga in the morning, and then I'm going to do a quick pump at the gym. Come back, son of a bitch, what happened? Apple cuts the iPhone 14 Plus production less than 2 weeks after it came out. Did you see Steve Jobs' daughter? Her review of it? She destroyed it. She's like, it's the same thing. They just call it a 14 and raise. I mean, holy crap, man. She still get like a little paycheck from Apple, but that caused the whole market to implode. You see it? It came at 2:30 in the afternoon. I had a sniper bull put spread on yesterday that expired for a max profit, so that was good. And of course, this logged out. So good sniper shot. I think that was $2,300 or something like that, whatever it was. Nice sniper shot. But a little bit of a it's I call them lucky strike moments, but it really wasn't, because I saw that. That's a perfect example of a Braveheart hold yesterday afternoon. The iPhone news came out. We skipped along 3,700, whatever it was called. 3,700, 230, right there, man. Slam. The market said, "Oh wow, Apple," and then we closed. It's moving in these 35, 25s, man. Look at these $25 ranges, man. This is shooting fish in a barrel. I was going to say join Lifetime. It's too late to join Lifetime. If you haven't talked to me, it's closed. We're done. But this is what we're doing, man. Good sniper shot yesterday. How about, so VXX, did everybody get filled yesterday? Mine ran, of course, I put, when we talked about it, what happened? That happened. It completely ran away from me yesterday. I might reload or do another, or maybe that'll be my weekly options today. But it ran away outside of my range and did that. So I canceled it and didn't get a fill. If you got filled on that, I think it went from like 15 cents to 9 yesterday. You could have gotten 6 times 150 contracts, whatever that is, $700-800. So when we do a weekly trade, folks, the SOP is 789. If you're looking at a 70, 80, 90% profit on the credit you took in, get out. When? I'd say 2 days plus, 2, 3, 4 days. 5, 6, or 4, 5, 6 in a couple hours or a day. If you're in a credit spread and you make 40, 50, 60% in a couple hours, call it a day, man. Okay? So 4, 5, 6, day, hours. 7, 8, 9, the rest of the week. Okay? So you could have opened and closed the VXX bull put spread yesterday for a nice profit. So, oh, nice. So it's down to 8 cents. All right. So there you go. Nice job, Deb. Very well done. So Deb, potential to reload. And with the volatility, and we're going to talk about this in a couple minutes. Look at VXX here. You could be doing what? Weekly iron condors, right? Now, it makes me shake and it makes my skin crawl a little bit whenever I say short volatility. Why? Because of the 15-minute strategic brief I just gave you. We are one breaking news story away from insanity, but we're actually living in insanity, right? You guys know me. This is hell. I've experienced whatever word you want to call it. You want to use the word heaven, oneness. I believe. I'm not some sort of medicine snob. I believe what I experienced was because people, and I talked about this on the podcast, like that Parkland shooter, that kid, young man. Everybody freaking out down here in South Florida that kid didn't get the death penalty. I was one of those people. I would have killed the kid myself. I am completely. You want that kid to suffer? You put him in jail for the rest of his life. Don't know if you've been to jail. You don't want to fucking go to jail for the rest of your life. That would be hell. The nicest, most humane thing you could do to the Parkland shooter is kill him. I was raised on if you're evil, when you die, you go to the center of this earth and you burn in hellfire, tarnation, damnation for all eternity. Imagine telling a second grader that. You will burn for all eternity. My views have kind of evolved on the subject of hell. This is it. Sitting here in Boca Raton on a trade brief as people are freezing in Europe, they're dying. Sub-Saharan Africa, there's children who fucking will starve to death. This is hell. Walking around San Francisco last week, San Francisco either has a horrific homeless problem or they have a very well-established outdoor camping league. What am I talking about? Oh, getting short volatility, folks, is, this is, it is always dangerous to get short volatility. What I'm getting at is when VXX gets into a range, man, maybe leg into an iron condor on the VXX. Okay. This is, these are definitely, keep an eye on them, man, because I'm warning you, you're one breaking news story away from holy shit moment with volatility. So we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. Let me finish the brief here. So that was a shit sandwich in the and then when's their earnings? The next, are they sandbagging? This, they're supposed to be like in a quiet period and shit like that, and they come out, it's like, remember, I forget how long ago it was. Remember when Joe Biden or Peppermint Patty at a press conference was like, lower your expectations? I was like, is that the president of the United States telling us to kind of lower our expectations for shit? That was like the Democrats' mantra for a little bit. October 27th, our earnings. So yeah, next week, 8 days. And Apple coming out with that bad news? Wow. This is akin to a pre-warning, right? This is a pre-warning for an earnings announcement. I don't know how bad it's going to be. What happened? So months ago, Jamie Dimon said what? Hurricane. Mark Zuckerberg, we're freezing hiring. I'm getting rid of 10,000 engineers. Some of you just don't belong here. Elon Musk, what? Jamie Dimon was hurricane. I forget what Elon Musk said about what's going to happen. Here we go with the parade of limousine liberals. Jeff Bezos is the latest to warn on the economy, saying it's time to batten down the hatches. That's coming from a guy who has a 590-foot fucking boat, which he can't get out of the yard because they want to move a bridge to put it underneath. But if they do that, the locals are going to egg the boat or drop paint on it. I don't know what's going on with that. But when Jeff Bezos, one of the world's richest men, says, holy shit. And again, have you ever gotten a job from a poor person? No, that's why I kind of listen to uber rich people. When billionaires start saying, you know what? It's funny because the Aspen realtor lady who loves, she's like, her last thing to me was the billionaires have pushed the millionaires out of Aspen. The millionaires are down in whatever the couple cities by Aspen are. And I'm like, I can't even stop calling me. The other day, she's like, well, things are kind of softening out here. You might, whatever. I'm like, I'm good, man. Delete my number. But when the billionaires start, these are canaries in the coal mines, folks. Warning about the state of the economy and rougher times are ahead, man. So how about, and then, yeah, well, Jeff Bezos cites what I was going to talk about next. David Salmon, the DJ who parties down in Miami. Did you see that there was an anonymous reporter, whatever, from Goldman Sachs managing directors and partners that they've had it with this guy? He uses all these employees for his DJ shit and his parties and his personal stuff. That's when you know there's cracks in Wall Street, folks, because they don't. When everybody's printing money and doing coke in the Hamptons and partying, nobody gives a shit about expenses. Last week, maybe it was my mastermind group. Somebody, it was like, oh yeah, they've had it with him. The private jet, or it's their jet. It's the Goldman Sachs jet. The guy's flying down to Miami to DJ for a night type of shit. If you're a shareholder, you don't. That ain't good. So David Salmon, good chance of recession, so it's time to be cautious. So Joe Biden over the weekend licking an ice cream cone. If you're a man, eat an ice cream cone in private. The most I'll try and say this with a straight face. The most powerful man in the world at 80 whatever, licking an ice cream cone, telling us about how great everything is. That clip will be that will live in infamy. Just about every business. We said this last earnings, guys. We said this last earnings. When Tesla, Zuckerberg, all these people started not warning of layoffs, started laying people off. Now around these earnings, Goldman Sachs, folks, we debriefed yesterday. Their fixed income currency commodity division, the trading arm of Goldman Sachs, printed money. The real Goldman Sachs, it's half trading. The investment banking is dead. SPACs dead. NFTs dead. Crypto dead. All these people warning about a storm is coming. Folks, where you been at TGO? I feel like Officer, what's his name? What's Bruce Willis in Die Hard. Welcome to the party, pal. Where you guys been? So peace, love, understanding, unicorns, lollipops. Pop. Well, let's draw it correctly. Peace, love, understanding, unicorns. Pop. No. I mean, yes. We will always remember that. That was the, I don't want a taper tantrum. Bullish. No. I meaning, I don't bullish. Jackson Hole. Pain. Implosion. So I will tell you once again, ladies and gentlemen, that this airspace down here is reserved for the pivot. How bad will the market get before Jerome and his Fed lieutenants go, all right, that's enough. How much of the P word besides pivot, the pain word, will they accept? If you were in the board of trade with me at the Options News Network, at our desk overlooking the trading floor, I can believe we're sitting here because I said don't do it. So either this isn't, so let's just, there's only there's only a couple scenarios. I know we're in weekly options. We'll put on a weekly options trade. I'm waiting to see how high SPX gets on this tear, and then we're going to do some shit. But we need to figure out, or we don't need to figure out, is this going to happen or this going to happen? Because here's what is not going to happen. This. We're not going to level off here and just move sideways. What do markets tend to do? Oh, freak out. Freak out. Whoa. So they tend to go up over time. And the over time is the crack pipe. Here, not actually there, was when they said, you know what? This is going to hurt you. You're going to go through withdrawal, but no more crack. We're in weekly options. We will get tactical, but before we get tactical, we'll leave the operational level here going. Jeff Bezos, Goldman Sachs, all these guys saying a storm is coming. Jamie Dimon said it however many months ago, hurricane, and he reiterated it on his earnings call this week, right? Or Friday, whenever it was. All the days are running together. He said what? It's a fucking mess, whatever he said. Nobody gives a shit about ESG, all that type of stuff. It's a bloodbath out here. I almost feel like a Jim Cramer moment coming again with the screaming and the they know nothing. Okay? So, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Or Mrs. Kennedy, how was the parade? So if you got in VXX, hopefully you're out by now. What's that spread at now? What was it? The 20.5? Where is it? Let's see if we're going to hang here at 37.25 on the SPX. We'll get ready to either snipe or go volatility. Where are we? Primary. 19.5. I remember when we started talking about it yesterday, and the primary brief was up here at 15. And I know some of you are just in weekly options, and we'll do a weekly options trade. It might be this thing again. But when we started talking about it, it was at 15 cents. So, but let's maybe reload, or actually, let's wait for. Let's go to SPX. I probably would have shot a snipe right there, 38.75. Or no, there's no premium in that. Hang on, it's in the middle there. 35. I'd snipe right now. 38, 35, 38, 40. But I want to get more because the snipes are easy. It's the vol that I love taking a look at. And let's just overlay for those of you who aren't familiar with VXX. It's been a while, but look, it tends to do the exact opposite of the S&P, right? So the S&P started to climb there. VXX went down. The S&P just rolled over. VXX starts to pop. So it's literally a pairs trade, right? If you do a bear call spread on SPX for the day, you could potentially do a bull put spread on VXX. Look at it. On this screen, the SPX is starting to slam hard. Volatility starts to go up. So you could almost double your money, so to speak, type of thing. Now, if you do for example, if you just shot a sniper on that and did a bull put spread on this, and then it reverses, now you're doubly at risk. That's a dumb moment, but I need to say that. It's like, I hate this, but playing blackjack, rather get my teeth drilled. But hey man, I'm going to double down. I'm showing 11. I'm doubling down. Give me one card, baby. That's what the odds say. So if you're feeling froggy or frosty, that's kind of what you do. Okay, so let's go over here real quick because I want to see that we talked about yesterday. I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling this. I'm usually pretty damn good about this stuff. When interest rates are high, stocks will die. When interest rates are low, stocks will grow. You always hear me put in a little asterisk at the end of that. When interest rates are high, stocks will die. Except who? Financials. When interest rates are low, stocks will grow. Except who? Financials. They're the exception to that. Why? In a high interest rate environment, these guys and gals end up printing money. Go take a look at your credit card bill. You were paying whatever percent, 8 a year ago. Now you're up at 28 or something like that. These people start printing money in a high interest rate environment. However, that's the left side of the chart. That's in my career. My career has never been today, here, right now, with everything I just briefed you on. Is this the one exception? That the financials, when everything else, hurricane, this, Jeff Bezos, Elon, when all the billionaires are saying, holy shit, a storm's coming, will they be immune? I don't know. I don't think so. When a recession hits, when a depression hits, nobody does good, right? Usually stocks down, bonds up, whatever it is, folks. When things break down, right? How many times have we seen in one of these type of environments when everything's moving in the same direction? Crypto, gold, stocks, bonds, and then everything's getting hammered. In the old days, it wasn't like that. When something over here was getting hammered, you could go over there and do the exact opposite and make money. I'm rambling about this, but let me close this and we'll go shoot. Should have shot that sniper. 37, 35, 40. I think we got a 3,700 range today. So Steve, that's an interesting visual. So, and if you don't want to pick individual financials to get destroyed, XLF. Go to the ETF. Let's take a look at the 5-year on that. I mean, it's all the same, folks. Whether it's and look at this. Ooh, I did not look at this. Look at the SPX, folks. 30. What's down? What's the top? You see right here, the top of the COVID crash. The roaring 20s, man, in January of 2020. I'll never forget it. Trade war, China surrendered, impeachment beat, record high on the stock market, record low unemployment, African Americans, Hispanics, everything was great. Right there. Boom. So look, we haven't gotten to where we departed on the SPX. Why am I rambling about this? Go back to XLF. Where are we? Holy shit, man. We're back to where we departed. And it's a double. Look at that. There's your top. But look at this. You got a double bottom on financials. I'm writing this down. I used to trade the shit out of Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. I moved on. Because I was wrong, not them. Remember, if a stock isn't doing what you think it should be doing, you're wrong, not the stock. So I'm one of those guys who's like, done. But let me ask my financial buddy, XLF question mark. I mean, that's just, if there's, not if, there is a hurricane coming. I just, earlier in the brief, I said what? I copied and pasted my sophomore year prediction, make it the junior year, but worse. Maybe you go out, if they're saying there's a recession next year and the Fed might pivot late next year, now, a year ago from now, then you go out 6 months from now and buy some puts on the XLF. Where? I don't know, man. See all this chop, the middle of this chop, the top right there. What's that? 27s, 26s. Or if you like round numbers, do the 25s. But this is just like the SPX, man. Double bounce here. We're not going to keep double bouncing up here. That's just not going to happen. In here they kind of move sideways for a little bit. There's an outlier, but this was pretty stable. Can we go stable here? Yeah. But based on my 39 minutes of briefing so far, what's stable on the horizon? Nothing. So there you go. There's a longer term trade idea potentially on the financials. That's exactly right, Goose. I shared this with you all yesterday. I told you to print this out, screenshot this right now, and print it out. If you weren't in solo or primary yesterday and you're brand new today, look at that. This is one of those times that I'm going to stop. I already drank my coffee, and I'm going to ask you to click the little camera icon on your window or print screen or whatever it is. Digest this. This is your proof that the Fed has never landed an aircraft safely. Ever. Going back to 69, a year. I was 1 year old, man. So, yeah, exactly. War is great for business. If I were president, come on, SPX, look at that. So I'm riffing a little bit here because I thought, as it's doing right now, we're going to get a slam in the SPX because I want to reload on that volatility bull put spread. Although I guess I could do it now. Yeah, wait a minute. I'm backwards. Fired that sniper shot bear call spread as the SPX was going up. We should have done the VXX bull put spread. I'm not feeling myself today. I should have. I'm backwards, guys. So VXX bull put spread. That was dumb. As the SPX gets hammered. So sorry, guys. Brain fart. Should have taken the sniper up here. Hopefully, people. I love how people are starting to listen when I'm saying something, which is awesome. 37.35. I said 37.40 bear call spread up here. You should have shot it. I should have done the bull put spread down here because now it's actually going to not be a credit that I want. Let me go back to VXX. But Goose is right, ladies and gentlemen. They've never landed these things. When the Fed pivots, meaning they stop doing what they're doing right now, which is raising interest rates. When they pivot, stocks have always crashed. Exactly. I said this yesterday. When, not if, when they pivot, it'll be free money. We will buy everything with both hands, and then we will short it. There will be a knee-jerk reaction. It'll just be like the Bernanke Fed meetings when everybody was trying to guess the meeting. He was going to start to taper. This time next year, this time next summer, unless God forbid something worse happens, but this time next summer-ish, fall or spring, you're going to hear people like, maybe this will be the meeting that they stop and rate. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. And we're going to make money doing it. But this is telling you when the Fed pivots, we'll get initially bullish and everybody will do the yay moment. We're going to get ready to destroy everything. So if you got the SPX bear call spread on for today, you're printing money right now. Now we're down to 37.15. So that was dumb. I should have shot this as I was talking about it. Because I guarantee you it was up here around 13 or 14 cents. There you go. Mark is my brother. He can always tell when there's a disturbance in the force. So I'm going to hold. This is, and I'm not going to go up to 25 cents or to the 20.5 strike. I'm going to sit on my hands, guys. So close your SPX bear call spread if you did it, and then I'm gonna wait for this credit to come up to about. Let me do this. This is the bull put spread I would do on VXX, but I'm gonna, as I'm sitting here, we might get a little turn. Let me drop a line in there, 37.15 on SPX. Because that's, I think, where we might do a little pivot here. Right there. Let's see. Sometimes it does kind of pivot around these, anything with a 5 in it, it seems like, or a 0. A lot of algos, black boxes are programmed like that. Why? Because I ran one of those teams in Chicago. Talking to Ukrainians and Chinese dudes was awesome. All you had to do was buy them pizza and Mountain Dews, and they'd work literally 24 hours a day. Yeah, I would. I did one yesterday. You know what? Now you close. Let's do this then, because I'm going to wait on the volatility trade. I'd go SPX bull put spread at this point. Now this is what we do, man. We dogfight 3,700. I did the 05 yesterday. Maybe, you know what? Do $5 underneath it in case 37. Kind of like yesterday, 3,700 was a little bit of a Mason-Dixon line, right? Sniper, no sniping. Sell 15 of today's, the 19th, 36.95 puts. That's me saying 3,700 is the Mason-Dixon line today. Wiz, you're wrong. It's imploding. Well, that's why I'm not doing these naked. I'm doing these. I am wearing shorts. 36.90. Okay. 25 cents. I'd go about 5 cents wide. I'd snipe this right now. Let's do this real quick. The max potential loss is going to be about 5 to make 19. That's a little bit north of that. So $1.30 would be a little bit nicer to make 50, risking 55 to make 2, 80% probability of that occurring. 81% of at least breaking even. Let me grab screenshots, and I like this one. And then if you get filled, put a closing order in, man. So you don't do what I've done sometimes. Almost got bit yesterday. I'm like, I got in the car. I'm like, shit. Although I do have my, you know what? That was stupid. I have my E-Trade app on my phone. I rarely use it, man, because it sucks, the app. But anyway. And it's running away from me a little bit, which sucks, but we covered it live. Hopefully you did as I was talking about it, you fired it. File save as. And keep the VXX volatility spread in your back pocket, man. Either bullish or bearish. Always, always, always be careful being short volatility. Well, or always be careful being bullish on volatility. Good news can come out and the thing rip. So, I mean, what am I saying? Whenever you're trading volatility, man, you guys know as well as I do in the blink of an eye, your one breaking news story. I mean, look at yesterday afternoon at 2:30. Apple just said this. Boom. Rolled it out. Okay. So we'll snipe there. Tony, I love it, man. You make my heart smile. Already did 3 spreads since the brief started. On top, side, and bottom, and close 3 of them for 50% with auto close orders. I'm listening like a hawk. Tony, you get a gold star, man. This is why I do this, guys. This makes me smile. I mean, if you all weren't here, I'd be doing this on my own, and that's really freaking lonely. But dude, that's awesome. Good. Learning is occurring. As long as you do 3 times SPX. Very cool. I'm going to steal that as a case study. Okay. Oh, yeah, exactly, Goose. That's exactly right. It's really interesting. So get ready to reload on VXX let's get ready. Because now SPX is taking a little bit of a duker. VXX. Now the VXX is not a day trade, right? Well, it could be if it hits your SOP, but it expires Friday. Options expire, regular equity options, folks. This is Friday, man. It is The 1, 2, 3, the third Friday of every month is options expiration. So I expect a lot of volatility as the week goes on. Keep this one under the trigger right now. The same one I did yesterday, the 2019 and a half. Whoa. All right. Now we're talking. Okay. What did we do? 150? 150. Whoa. That doesn't make sense. October 22nd. Oh, sorry, Christine. Thank you. What the hell's going on here? Friday, 20, 20 and 19 and a half. Bull put spread, 150 contracts. It was showing 16 cents a second ago. That pricing was wrong. All right, now good. Now we're getting where I want to be here. 13, 14 cents for this spread. Don't double up if you don't believe in these, right? Selling 150 of Friday's 20 puts. Buying the 19 and a halves, 13 cents. I'd like 13, 14, 12. I don't like. So there's your range, 13, 14-ish. Risking 5-ish to make 2-ish, just like the bear call spread. I like this one. You might even just hold VXX desktop. VXX. What's the date? 10/19. 10/19. You bet, Barry. Stand by. It's the 30. I'll pull it up, but 36.95, 36.90. And right now, looking what SPX is doing, maybe roll those down $5. Hang on, because as SPX is going down, maybe reload or pick a lower strike. Hang on, 10/19 metric. See, as SPX, so this is good. This is good learning here. Let me do this. So as SPX is, let's bring up SPX. Today, so I'm pretty sure I'm probably filled on that first one. Yeah, so this is the one I did, the 36.95, 36.90 bull put spread. However, if you didn't do that one, based on what SPX is doing right now, I wouldn't do that one. I would do this one, 36.90, 36.85, to give yourself a little bit more altitude. This is the one I would do right now if I wasn't filled on the other one. Okay. So take a screenshot of this right now with the little camera thing, or scribble it down real quick, or because I want to, well, I'll bring it up in the background. Because look at SPX over here. So it's going down here. So I'd drop I'd roll the strikes I got filled on down about $5. Okay. This is normal trading, folks. The first hour of trading is amateur hour. There's the rip your face off rally at the open, and then we're going to give some back. I mean, this is, these days kind of look like this. Look at yesterday. We're going to implode. We climb out of the gutter all day. Apple news. Who cares about Apple news? So I'd roll those down $5, and I'd fire it right now because it looks like we might pivot back up to 37.15. Excuse me, John. I love SPX iron condors throughout the day. Whether it's Tony, some of the Max Afterburner folks make a shit pot of money doing this throughout the day. As SPX climbs, once it tops out, bear call spread. Once it bottoms out, bull put spread. You can do some serious good work doing just this. I can't step. I love making money, but I love the old days when we'd be talking we're in the weekly options brief. We'd be in the primary brief yesterday. I'd be talking about monthly trades. All right, let's look at the November whatever spread. Now it's just, but guys, when when everything is when all you got is a hammer, everything is a nail to what am I trying to get at? What am I getting at is you change your tactics based on the strategic situation on the battlefield. That's what's funny. I'm on like 90 emailing lists for other services, and I sit here in these type of times, and I freaking laugh in my email box. These people that, the one trick pony. It's not nice to laugh at other people. I find it amusing when other places who just, one trick pony type of things, they just can't shift. We have shifted. Now, over the past couple of years, disgusting profits. All the trades year to date that I've put up are about 232, 235 as of today, including the past couple of days. I'll take $250,000 a year in trading profits for the rest of my life. I've had better years, but guess what? This is to have that type of performance with a Let's Go Brandon sophomore year is I am very, very proud of that performance, because this was interesting times in here. So, okay, guys, or actually we might touch 3,700. So, John, long answer to your very short question. I love it. I love day iron condors. Hit your profit target on 1 year spreads, put on another one. This is good stuff. This is fun. This is the environment to do that. Right? So, okay. What time was that? 10. Did I miss something? Let's go look. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Wednesday. Nothing. You guys seen anything? Nothing in here. Well, then that makes me confident, right? When I don't see a report come out, or none of my buddies in my mastermind are, hey, that means this is normal stuff. Rip your face off rally at the open, and then just kind of a fade right now. That tells me it's a trading day. You can always get a 2:30 in the afternoon Apple announcement out of the blue that moves the market, but look how that recovered. Took about 20 minutes for humans to go, who gives a shit, and then back up. So I fully expect a rebound here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get going. First home game of the Panthers tonight. They play the Flyers, my old Philadelphia team. So, going to hit the Flyers tonight. They lost last night, didn't they, or something? No, the Flyers beat the Lightning last night, which is awesome. So, glad it's hockey season. Reminder, if you're ever in South Florida and it's hockey season, let me know you're in town, man. I'd love to bring you to a game and have a good time. All right, guys, I got to get going. I'm going to send these out right now, the VXX and the SPX trades via email, and I will get the replay posted here shortly. And we're good. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Accelerate Retirement Brief, and then you got Bart on Friday. 7:15 on the 30-year. Oh my God, man. God takes care of fools, drunks, and sailors. Thank God I refinanced when I did. Wow. That's insane. All right. And then again, some of you, we need to talk or we're done. And we're not going to do this forever with the lifetime stuff. If we didn't talk, it's over with. All right, guys. I'll get the replay posted shortly. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure you check out the podcast, the Solo Wiz podcast, and I will talk to whose anniversary? Chris A. Congrats, 31 years. Nice job, Christina. That's in today's world, that's incredible. God bless you guys. Love you and Herb. Can't wait to have you on our podcast and vice versa, man. I'm very happy with all the success you and Herb are seeing. They are two civilians who did the medicine, and they are some righteous people now. Not that they weren't righteous before, but they are doing some really good work. I'm very proud of you and Herb, Christina. So, all right, guys. God bless, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you.